go look at their database. He goes in there, and he goes, well, you have the name, the number, you have their address, you have their email, but what's their dog's name? And the guy was like, I don't care. He goes, well, that's interesting. You should care. The more you know about your clients, the more you can connect. What's their favorite candy bar? What's their favorite flower? What's their favorite holiday? What's their birthday? The more you know, the more you can leverage that to do what? Call, connect. If you have a birthday, is it easy to call them on their birthday? If you know that their favorite holiday is 4th of July, would it make it easier for you to drop off a 4th of July goodie bag or something? If you knew that they were dogs, could you send them dog events? Or not dogs, if they had dogs. Selling dog houses now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So in here it says, it emphasizes that. Make sure you're capturing as much information as you can. Even if they don't write it down, when you're having a conversation with them, take a mental note and put it into your database later. And it's all about converting to meet with people appointments. Okay? In the shift book, it talks about fishing. And who in here likes to go fishing? I mean, I like to go fishing. Tyler likes to go fishing.
My husband.
Okay. Nice. Good amount of fishermen in here. And in the shift book, it says, I really don't like to go fishing. I like to go catching fish. There's a difference. So what it means by that is, hey, don't just be worried about setting an appointment. You got to set the appointment, and then you got to work to convert them to come in. Because just because you set the appointment doesn't mean they're going to come in. That's where your follow-up comes in. In the next few days, you're going to learn a variety of methods to gain leads. Fears and myths. This is my favorite part. By the way, guys, anything that I share with you, if I give a recommendation, I would never tell anyone to do something that I haven't done yet. And if so, I'll let you know. I'll say, hey, I've seen this person do it, or this is the way they're doing it. But most of the time, the stuff that I'm recommending or talking about, I've done. So, in the beginning, when I first heard about scripts, I thought, this character is big to me. And I was like, I'm not going to be a salesman. That's so shady. I don't want to convince people. I don't want to look that way. They already see us as car salesmen. You know, real estate agents. Another one of you guys. You know, and I was like, no way, dude, I'm going to be super different. I'm going to go with heart, you know. I don't need that crap. I'm just going to come from the heart. And then later on I realized, I was like, oh man, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I was like, because I'd go have these conversations, and then, you know, I thought I was doing good until I actually got into a script group and started practicing scripts. And then I was like, oh my gosh, wow, I've been doing so bad. So let's talk about fears and myths. It took me about 3 or 4 years to get into scripts. I didn't get into it right away. And it was the fears and myths that kept me from doing it. So we got some up here, but so here's some. I think lead gen is difficult. I think lead generation is really difficult. I don't have time to lead generate. I don't know what to say. I'm afraid of making mistakes. Does this sound familiar to anyone?
Yes.
Alexa, which one sticks out to you the most?
I'm afraid of making mistakes. And it's not like, I'm okay with making mistakes, but when it comes to like not being as knowledgeable as I want to be, if something comes up and I get stuck, it's like, I don't want to push them away, because I'm not going to see it as like,
you don't want to not know them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like the biggest one that sticks out to me.
Okay, so like I was saying, I'm afraid of making mistakes, and it's not necessarily the mistakes, it's just, I just don't want to get caught in a scenario where I have to say, I don't know, and appear in that light. I want to look like a professional. Right? So with these fears and myths, we like to replace them with affirmations, words of affirmations, right? We also call them limiting beliefs. They're things that we think that are keeping us from moving forward, right? So you're saying you're creating a picture, right? You're creating a vision like how that can happen. Our brain does that naturally. We'll learn that in bold. Your brain is designed to protect you. So it's like, awkward, no, and it'll create a lot describing things, you're big on information and knowledge. And so those are our C's and S's. You could be like an IC. It's a DISC personality thing.
Yeah, I am. I'm an I.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Part of your thing is not knowing is what scares you the most, right? A lot of people like to have their information ready, right? And so in the MREA book, it talks about readying, but never firing, right? I'm going to keep getting ready, I'm going to keep getting ready. They use a bow and arrow. And the thing is, we never know how far or how well we're doing until we actually shoot the arrow. You'll never be ready.
Yeah, that's true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I've learned that over the years being in real estate.
I had that conversation with someone the other day. We were talking about this, and I go, let me guess. The biggest things that you were worried about, no matter how much you studied, you were never ready, right? Like, yes. So that's the jumping off the cliff. That's where my fear of losing my big why was bigger than the fear of failure. So in this one, the affirmation that we use is, I don't need to know everything, I need to be a professional. Or I don't need to be perfect, I just need to be a professional. Okay, one more. What do we got, guys? Which one do you guys struggle with?
Generation, what might you think?
I think there's one that's not up there. It's like some people just don't know how.
Some people don't know how. Okay, good, awesome. Now tell me more about don't know how. Like, what's that look like? What would it look like if you did know how?
I think like just not knowing where to start, where to call, who to call. When if you do get a number, what do you say? Just kind of ignorant to the whole process. You know, I think that could stop people.
Gotcha. Okay, so not knowing
Lack
the
of
process.
education.
Lack of education and not knowing the process. Okay. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna repeat it back to you in a phrase so we can hear what you're saying, right? You confirm if that's right. So what I hear you saying is having the lack of knowledge, skills, habits, and mindsets to accomplish the task is a fear of mine. Okay. Now, how do we change that into words of affirmation, an encouraging message, something that's going to get us to do it?
Just seeking knowledge through the proper channels.
Okay, there we go. Good start, absolutely. So instead of saying, hey, I'm scared because I don't know, we could say something along the lines of, I can achieve because I have a good support group. And that could be your office. It could be your mentor. It could be your team. Does that make sense? That's one way to do an affirmation. What's some other affirmations that we've done, guys, that you liked?
I'm a champion. That was long, but I like that one.
I am a champion. We would sit in here and chant, I am a champion. I am a gladiator.
Yeah, I like that one.
Winter is my season. This is my time. I will not be denied. Yeah. Or how about I am the voice? Right? I am the voice. So have fun with it, guys. This is where that mindset comes into it. Just know that you're having a conversation in your head with yourself that's keeping you from doing things. And the mind is so powerful, sometimes you don't even know it. Sometimes you don't even know it. There's a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. I told Ruben about this one. Very interesting story. Napoleon Hill, how many of us know Think and Grow Rich?
Yes.
It's a very popular book written by Napoleon Hill in like the 20s. He interviewed a whole bunch of successful millionaires and billionaires. I think there's a billionaire in there. And it was all about positive attitude, positive thinking, right? And what people don't know, and this book isn't very popular, is while Napoleon Hill was writing this book about thinking positive, he was also battling demons, what he would call the devil. And so he wrote a book about it called Outwitting the Devil. And what ended up happening was when he was selling copies of Think and Grow Rich, he went in to go meet someone in Chicago. And he knew they had ties with, this is a true story, we're reading in there. He knew he had ties with the mob. But he didn't know he was like a big guy or anything. He was just going there to see if he could get funding to promote his book. And when he leaves the meeting, he gets a letter from some anonymous letter saying, leave Chicago or you're going to die tonight. And it scared him so much. He went home, he got paranoid, moved in with his sister at their house, his sister and brother-in-law. He lived in the basement. He started carrying a gun, and this went on for like 2 years. He would only come out outside at night. Yep. And he was like looking to see if people were in cars. And he got so sick of it one night that he went down the street to the school and he walked around, he said, for hours. Just having a conversation with himself. He said, we're going to deal with this now. And then he says, I had a conversation with the devil. And the whole book is about outwitting the devil. And it's about bad thoughts. Like how our mind, it's the opposite of think and grow rich. It's how the mind will battle you to not think that way. So that's the same thing with lead generation. It's the most important thing that we can do. And yet it's one of the things that we throw away to the side. The fastest and easiest. And if we're being honest, we do it so easily. Later on it hurts. A month later, 2 weeks later, a year later. I don't know. Average lifespan of a realtor, they say, I think is like 4 or 5 years. Then they get out. Okay. Here's some, do you guys have this in your manual? If you want, you can take a minute to write this down. They actually did samples for us on the fears and myths. I think lead generation is really difficult. I was confusing effort with enjoyment. Lead generation is actually easy, it's just not fun. And then myth, fear, don't have time to lead generate. I have an issue of making time to lead generate and protecting that time. Would you guys, does everyone have something in here to do today? What is it?
Lead gen.
Well, what kind of lead gen? What's your success system in Ignite?
Oh, the 10 and 5
contacts.
contacts.
Yeah, your daily 10-5, right?
10 5.
Now, this vulnerable moment, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. Be honest with yourself. Are you going to go do that today, or is there going to be something that gets in your way? There's probably going to be I'm going to do it today. Right? If you say, like, yeah, there could definitely be something that gets in the way, let me ask you this. If I told you, hey, go do your daily 10-5 today, and I'll write you a check for $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jonathan, yeah, dude. Yeah, right over here?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Now we have time.
Right.
Oh, now I got time. So it's all about, it's not we don't have enough time or procrastination. It's just we don't add enough value to that activity.
That's true.
You start to cherish lead generation the more you win with it, right, Juan?
Yep.
It's like a drug for us. We're like, yes. I don't know what to say. I had to get on the path of mastering the dialogue skills needed in this business. Practice your scripts, guys. Practice your scripts. I'm afraid of making mistakes. I found that lead generation is nothing more than a set of tasks and skills that are well documented. I found that lead generation is nothing more than a set of tasks and skills that are well documented. Does everyone have that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, we'll move to the next slide. Claire, what page are we on?
What's that?
What page?
Oh, it's 5
5,
4.
5-4, guys.
Is it? We don't have the drawing yet. We got that.
Okay, cool. So, let's talk about your sphere of influence now, guys. Look, that's definitely not Juan, because I don't think Juan wears dresses.
You don't know.
That's a Chinese, man.
Clara, this is Clara. And this is Claire's sphere of influence, okay? Claire, who's in your sphere? Who is this?
My ex-boss. is
Excellent.
one
Oh,
of
there
them.
you go. Good. Is your son in here somewhere?
Yeah,
Sometimes?
somewhere.
You guys getting along? You're not babysitting the dog?
No, the people that are actually my co-workers.
Yes.
Yeah, we meet.
Claire used to be in the medical industry. How long?
57 years.
In the medical industry?
Yeah. I started as a clerk.
I know you've been there a while. I thought you were going to say like 30 or 40.
Well, at High Desert I was 25.
That's what it was.
Yeah, but I was at Henry Mayer for 16, and California Hospital I started 16 years.
So her ex, she takes donuts to them. She goes and visits them. I think you still have appointments there, so when you go see the doctor, you go see them.
Yeah.
That's your sphere of influence. All right, Edward, Eduardo. Well, that's not you. That's the guy though. Who's in your sphere of influence?
Honestly, all my clients from like cutting hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. There should be no reason you're not a millionaire right now. I'd be selling every one of those. I'd be doing a buyer consult more than that chair. My barber sends me business. I have a listing with him right now, a listing buyer and another buyer. He gave me in the last 2 weeks.
Just for one person.
He doesn't. He's antisocial. So like, I'm like, let me take you to lunch, coffee. He's like, nah, thank you. We get along really good. He doesn't like to be out in public. So I can't get him a gift card or anything, but you know what he does like? Steaks. And he loves cooking them for like his family. He's the barbecue dad, right? So I'm gonna get my haircut today, and I'm gonna guess what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take like $100 worth of steaks. Remember I was talking about getting the information?
Have you heard of steak?
Actually, I know steaks very well. Very well. I used to work in meat market.
Send them over.
Ruben, let's talk about your sphere of influence. Who's in there?
A lot of family.
A lot of family. Ooh, did we just have an experience with this?
We did.
All right, so Ruben, can I share that? Can I share
Go
my
ahead.
experience?
You think, yep.
So Ruben was not too long ago, and I'm talking about maybe a week ago, right? I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You're right. He's like, I know people, but I'm just, I got to learn. And he just started coming in strips. And then I don't know, we've been working on a couple different things, and Ruben just went into action, took a couple things that I had mentioned, went into action, comes back, and he goes, JD, my aunt, she wants to. She didn't want to meet right away.
Yeah.
She has a need, and this is. Oh, cool. We'll tell her. Hey, we'll go sit down and have a strategy session. So we go sit down with the aunt, right? Aunt and the entire family, they're a little apprehensive, right? They've had some challenges with real estate professionals and people in the past. So would you say there's kind of a wall in the beginning? So anyways, we get through there, and I just do my jam, do my thing. They're about an hour, and then we leave. And by the time that we leave, their body language changed. And that meeting turned from one potential listing to how many pieces of business? 3 pieces of
Before,
business.
because I recommended somebody else.
Yeah, so you got the listing. What's your cousin's name? Lauren and Fernando Jr. So both his cousins, they want to buy too. They were thinking 6 years out. They're like, we gotta wait for the market to crash, prices are too high, this and that. And we started going over scenarios, and they were like, can you have the guy call us too? We're like, yeah. And so he talked to one person that led to 4 pieces of business, because the best part is, after we left the next morning, she goes, you guys did such an amazing job. How amazing a job did we do, Ruben?
You did a really good job.
Well, we did. So good that she works at a law firm, and she recommended one of her clients to Ruben. Not me, Ruben. Yep. That's how the sphere of influence works, guys. Does that make sense? Ruben, do you feel like now you're on a path like, ooh, my life could change instantly?
100%.
Yeah, I wake up every day feeling like this business is like Vegas. And I'm on the slot machines. I'm going to hit that jackpot any day now. So Eduardo's got his clients, barber clients, but don't forget your family. Do you guys go to the gym?
Yes.
You see the same people every day?
Yes. Sometimes.
Okay, so we also have a sphere with this thing here. I think we all have one, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do an exercise, guys. Clara, can you tell me what page this is on?
They're 5.4.
Somebody? 5-4.
Yeah, we're still there.
5-4. So we're going to do the math. What we're going to do is, remember I told you about value? It makes it a lot easier to want to go call a list of people if you know how much money's in there, right? Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. So is your guys' blank? So everyone get out your phones and go to your contacts. It's going to be different for Android and iPhone users. What we're going to want to do is find out how many people we have in our contacts. Do you have an iPhone or Android? Yeah, iPhones help the iPhones, Androids help the Androids.
I know I have this many.
Oh my God. So, 17.
Okay, so on A, in your manual, right here, I want you to National Association of Realtors says that the typical person moves every 8 years. The home ownership rate in the U.S. is 64.8%. You guys don't have to write any of these numbers down. If we can assume that about 65% of your database is actually homeowners, they're going to move every 8 years. So that means that 8.1% of your database is going to buy or sell. So pretty much 8.1% of this 250 number will buy or sell this year. So what we're going to want to do is, everyone has the contacts in there at the top?
Yeah.
Okay? You're going to go times 0.081. Take your contacts times 0.081. And then when you have it done, if you just put down your pens, so I know that you're done filling in, that'll help me out. If you're having a problem, just raise your hand and we'll get it taken care of.
You can round up, right? Like, you get like 25.
Yeah, you can round up. You guys, everyone's got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All right, so on C, these are what we're going to do is we're going to want to take A, so again, the 250 times 0.10. So B is the potential for closings of opportunities. So B is the number of potential transactions you have in your phone. C is the number of potential referrals that you'll get from just your phone. So again, C is A times 0.10. Oh God, that was so good.
So let me verify. So C is the potential referral
Yep.
database. People referral you.
Yes.
10%.
Yep.
Is that 10%?
Yeah. 25 with 250.
10%. And another potential close.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're getting a little ahead. So does everyone got this number, or does anyone need help with that?
Yeah, no.
All right. So now we're going to do add B and C and put it below C, put it in D. Okay, now we're going to talk about average commission. Does anyone know the average commission in the Antelope Valley right now?
9,500.
Close, ballpark. It all depends on how you're going to estimate the average commission. What I like to do, or what most people like to do, is they'll take the average sold price for the month and they'll multiply it times what the going commission rate is, right?
This doesn't have to do anything with our commission right now. This is.
No, it does. We're going to talk about the average commission right now. So, bear with me. So, what you do is you take the average sold price and you multiply it times 2%, 3%, whatever you think your business will receive. Okay? So, the average commission is more closer to $12,000. The average sales price right now is about $460, $450, somewhere in there. The average commission is anywhere from 2 to 3%. If you do 3%, you're up there towards the 12 grand. If you do 2%, you're towards the 8 grand. I like to be conservative, so I do it off the 2%. Because you're going to have some buyers in there that aren't going to give you 3.
The thing with my commission is I sell a lot of land,
Yep.
so that kind of brings.
Your
the
average
amount of-
commission down?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think your average commission is?
I'll say I'm about like 7,000 possibly.
Average commission on land is 7.
No, on land.
Are you saying the sales price is 7?
No. I got overall, payment overall. On land, it's usually about $4,000.
About 4,000, so you can put 4,000 right there.
Okay.
So there's 2 ways to do this. What I would do is this, guys. I would do, if you based off of residential one, 'cause it's the easiest one to do. Let's just do conservative $8,000 as average commission. But if you feel like your business makes sense to put 4 in here, you can put 4 instead.
Okay.
But if you're getting a total of 4 grand, but you got your splits and
What
stuff,
I'm
you can put
doing
that.
is, whatever I'm making out of land is more straight to savings.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna focus, I think it would make more sense if I focus just my house listings.
sales in your phone? Land sales? So do it based off of land. Or maybe, honestly, look, this is what you do. You just start charging a flat fee for your land, and that makes sure you get at least $6,000. Yeah. But let's just do, for the sake of arguments, $8,000 is the average commission. All right? That would be for residential. So now we're going to take 45 times 8. Well, I'm sorry. You're going to take D and multiply it times the average commission. And that would be your total.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Let's hear some numbers. What do we got?
176,000.
Dang! 176,000.
This can't be.
Dang, I got 312,000.
What? Gnarly. What do you got, Juan?
I'm throwing money away. 1.5 million.
Oh my God.
Right.
You're a millionaire. That hurts.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Wow.
Yeah. What was your number?
1.5 as well, but it's 1.5 for a quarter.
Yay! Well, I don't know if that's
I know that's right. I should be right, right?
What was your number?
420,000.
424.
Okay.
You know what else I want to share?
1.266.
1.26. Is there exciting news around this?
Yes.
Is it a reality check?
Yep.
And that's just your phone, guys. Is everyone that you know in there?
Are we sick?
Not really.
Look, hey, check it out. What if you went into your social media? You can get a few extra people from that too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I gotta bring it down. No. Okay, you just literally put me down. Oh my God.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about database, guys. We're going to get into database. What is a database? Have you guys ever heard of a CRM?
Yeah.
Okay. Who knows what CRM stands for? Other than the All-Stars.
Customer relationship management.
Yep.
There you go.
Customer relationship management. Your goal is to lead generate daily and feed your database daily. You got to put new people in there and you got to cultivate it. So when you're talking to hundreds and thousands of people, should you have a place where they're all at? This is like a digital Rolodex.
Are we taking a break or no break?
Let me see. We're going to have a break in about 5-10 minutes. This is the last one. Yep. Okay, so how many of you guys are using a database right now? Clara is, Juan is. How many of us have a database? Everyone has one. Whether it's in your phone, on your paper, in a drawer, in a notebook, we all have some kind of database. You all for sure have command. You just might not have everything in there. Or you might not have an efficient database. So we have command. What are we doing to feed it daily? We got to get real, guys. What are we doing? Are we doing anything?
Lead generation.
Okay, a lot of people say lead generation, but I want to hear details.
Calls. Texts.
When I ask people, what are you doing? What did you do for your business today? I went and knocked on 75 doors today, JD, and I talked to 8 people. I got 1 listing appointment. I was out previewing 2 properties, and I went and knocked on the neighbor's door while I was out previewing. And guess what? They want to sell. When people aren't doing it, I hear them say, oh, I'm lead generating. Yeah.
But then what?
Then what? Then we got to get back to why aren't you doing it?
Right.
Right? The mirror, the fear and the myth. Does that make sense? That's what's getting in the way. Same thing. So, what can we do to feed our database daily?
Take action. Oh, stop. Look property, everything.
Yeah, let's talk about some things that. So it's all going to depend on personality, guys. To be honest with you, right? What's up, Tyler?
I was going to answer your question. I was finished.
Okay. So it's going to depend on personalities, right? So like the eyes, I would say go get a Starbucks gift card, and raffle it off. And then Start with your friends and family. Let them know, hey, I'm raffling off a Starbucks gift card. Can I put you into the raffle? By the way, when's your birthday? I want to send you a birthday card. Is your mailing address still this? Right? So the I's will love that. The D's, if I went and said, hey guys, we're going to have a prize at the end on who did the best, who made the most contacts, who set the most appointments up, you're going to get some free marketing material from George Ventura, but you got to go call your people. And you're going to use this script. You're going to say, hey, look, I'm in a class and we're having a competition on who can talk to the most people about buying and selling real estate. And I have a really cool company called Keller Williams that's backing me up to help you guys with your real estate needs. How can I help you? Right? The C's, I would say, go get market statistics. Go watch the Altos report. Go learn the absorption rate. And just start messaging people, hey, here's an Altos report that keeps you up to date on your neighborhood. Or nationally, zip code, whatever it be. So you got to think, like, what am I willing to do? Did I mention a couple things there that someone would be willing to do? Is there someone here that's still like, I don't know what to do? No? Everyone knows what to do? Okay, good.
These are some good ideas. I like more.
Yeah. One question you want to ask yourself is, what's going to get in the way? Well, it's different for all of us. Some of us got kids. Some of us all of a sudden start to feel sick. Some of us have no time.
I'm sick of these numbers.
You know? So it's different for all. What could get in the way? And you conquer that. You crush it. You grab the bull by the horns. Otherwise, you get stuck living in the, what they call it, the matrix or the rat race.
Yeah.
Which one's a greater pain? The fear of losing my big why or the fear of lead generation? All right, let's go ahead and take a break, guys. It is 10:02. Let's come back at 10:10. 8-minute break.
use the average value more than 47 cars. 47 cars. And then this is my total.
And vividly, the law can't serve two masters. The law can't make the other.
So
You have to make them up
he
your mind.
referred me all his advice want to sell a house, retire, or pass away, or move to another state. So all my business is from my
Thank you.
so lucky, and all my business, but all the buyers,
I learned from my team.
all the buyers, cash buyer, cash buyer.
There's a way.
Yeah, so my husband is my major referral. He doesn't work, he has no friend, wife do real estate. Okay, we'll trust you, we trust the husband, wife. So I do listing. And my friend trusts me to buy houses. So that you're on the
And that's why I come here. I really don't have a lot. So I go to church. And I come
More
here.
spiritual, on a higher spiritual level than you. It's very important. Extremely important.
God took me to all
Very
over.
important.
and your
Yeah, yes.
And more.
You know, and people come to me for advice. But I want to write a book. And I will. It's about
I do wrong.
So I'm looking for more than for myself. I lead by example. It's like franchise. That's why I come here every day. You know, and then sometimes I have depression, negativity. And I say, get up, soldier. Get a shade. Put your uniform on.
Have you been?
No, it's my mind.
It's your mindset, right?
And some of the books he talked about, I had a mentor coming up, he taught me magic, positive thinking, I go fully.
Oh, I love
And
it.
and another one is cybernet.
Okay, well, hold on. I've heard of that one too. Okay, hold on. So it's Napoleon, the cyber, because I started reading that, but then I stopped because I was, all over the place. Okay, so that's repetition. I didn't hear it.
Cybernetic,
Cyberkinetic.
by Moss, his name.
Okay.
All right, and he was a psychiatrist.
Okay.
And he was a plastic surgeon. And he went back to college and became a psychiatrist because it's your self-image of yourself. They had people that were attracted people and thought they were ugly, and he was a plastic surgeon. It's your self-image of yourself. And he went back to college, became a psychiatrist, and he wrote the book. And then when you're doing a plan, you gotta have a blueprint. You can't build a house without a blueprint. So I have so much knowledge, I can't implement it. So my way out there is myself. But you get that book by cybernetic, what's the book? It's something now when you read, but you have to digest.
Absolutely. So Napoleon Hill.
I think a grow rich. Think a grow rich.
I seen that one. Well, I don't know. There was another one you just mentioned.
Power of belief.
Power of belief.
And you see it in your visualize. And so what I did, I changed my lifestyle. I didn't drink and party. I had lived a dangerous life.
Yeah, but you're risking so much.
You know, when I get
You're risking
there,
the people around you too.
well, I had my family, I get out there in the club the past night. But my sister nicknamed me James Bond, that I lived a dangerous life. And I changed my life. I don't know about you, but it just said for me. You gotta find out what your Achilles heel is, what's stopping.
All right, guys, let's get this show started.
I'll give you my card.
All right, we are on page. What page are we on?
5.5.
5.5. We are now going to talk about the lead generation model. You guys should have this picture in your manual. You guys have this picture?
Yes.
Nice. Good deal. Guys, you're going to hear lead generation over and over in this business. It is one of the first things that you prioritize and one of the last things you stop doing in your business. You will always lead generate in your business. They generate. Like right now, I work with a team of 14 agents. I'm either looking for business for myself or for my agents. So I'm always lead generating. Does that make sense? Step 1 is going to be lead capture. This is where we were talking about, hey, look, you got to go out there and start doing things that are going to put people in front of you, right? Doing a raffle, talking to people at the gym, that kind of stuff. Keller Williams has a model for everything. I just did this business model with Ruben the other day. Ruben, you want to make how much money?
150,000.
150,000. In order to do that, how many people do you have to talk to every day?
5.
5 people, Monday through Sunday?
Monday to Friday.
Trick question. Monday through Friday. To make 150,000 take home, that's after taxes and everything, he has to talk to 5 people every day. We did that through a breakdown of a model. So first it starts with lead capture, and that's prospect and marketing. Who knows the difference between prospecting and marketing?
Prospecting is personal, in person, marketing is just.
Think about when prospecting is going out, going after. Prospecting is knocking 100 doors. Prospecting is making 100 phone calls. Prospecting is sending 100 messages, or 10, or 5. That's what prospecting is. Prospecting is taking action that you can control to get in front of people. Marketing is what we call lay and pray, and that is like billboards, flyers. If you don't do a 7th level open house, just an open house, if you just go put signs out, that's marketing. That isn't prospecting. But if you go put signs out and you go knock on the neighbor's door, now you're prospecting and marketing. Back in the day, it used to be newspapers. I still remember when they were marketing. Remember AV Press? Yeah. People, you know who would go to open houses? This was before Zillow. Good old newspaper. People would walk in, newspapers. Oh yeah, we're going to go see this one, this one, this one. Yep. So that'd be marketing. What are some things that we're going to do to prospect?
Door knocking,
Juan says he's going to door knock.
circle prospect.
Juan says he's going to circle prospect. What you got?
Well, circle prospecting.
Oh, okay, circle prospecting. Sounds like we got accountability partners right there. Do it. The pressure. The pressure.
Do it.
Sounds like there's going to be accountability partners. You're going to do live phone calls for us today. No?
I gotta get my numbers, but then yes, let's do it.
She's like, wait. So, Juan, you're going to go knock. What are you going to do, Nick? And don't just give me an answer. Think about what you would really do.
Open houses?
So do an open house. Tyler?
Door knock for open house.
Door knock for an open house. Sean?
Open houses as well as like while I'm out and about. That's my cards out as well.
Open houses and passing your cards out.
Yes, for open houses as well.
James?
Oh, I said go to the market, Walmart, different stores, what have you, and shake hand and kiss babies.
Here you go. We used to have a gentleman named Omar, and he would go stand in front of Walmart with flyers, and he would get appointments that way. They'll kick you out eventually, but he'll do it.
I'm talking about the parking lots.
He's in the parking. He would be in the front. He'd be in the parking lot. He'd be walking in the store. But hey, if you're getting kicked out of places like that for doing that, means you're doing something right.
That's true.
Okay, so what are some marketing things that we can do, guys? Social media. Mondo came in here and did a video of me and he tagged me in it. I'm going to post that. That's marketing to me. But I market to agents nowadays. I still market to buyers and sellers, but part of my pipeline, part of my business, part of my income is agents as well. So that's marketing. I'll probably get a message. You know, I set up a friend who commented on Ignite from the other day. I invited her today. I was like, yeah, teach Ignite, come on by. So I'm going to post that. She'll probably respond to it, or someone else will. That's marketing. What's some other marketing? We talked about social media already. Facebook, social media. Really think about this, guys. Social media, I swear, I think it's illegal for agents to have social media and business cards when they start business. It's the worst thing that people do. It's a great tool to use. no, but I made this really cool flyer, look. I'm like, okay.
I think for marketing, what I plan on doing is, I wanna create a flyer and then pass it out to the businesses.
Cool.
The different businesses
Yep.
that pertain to, well, not just pertain to, home, like, for example, Home Depot, places like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and where construction people are, people that,
Yeah.
electrical people.
You'll need a MOFR.
What is that?
You'll need a MOFR. Make offer for immediate response. Ask me how to buy this house for 0 money down. It's a call to action, right? Or, here are my active buyers. Who do you know that wants to sell?
That's good.
So prospecting, marketing. I would say your business needs to be mostly prospecting, a little bit of marketing. I would say like 70-30.
I have a question.
Yes.
When you said about proper no money down, which lending companies does that? You said with no money down?
There's plenty of them out there. I don't want to get too into the weeds on this. We have an in-house lender. Her name is Carol. Have you met her?
No.
Have you met any lenders?
I met one, but I think I'm gonna need one soon.
Okay. Well, so to start off, I would contact that lender that you know and ask them. What programs do you have? Because there's a whole bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
There's a whole bunch. It depends on the scenario. Okay. So marketing, money intensive. It's passive, and it's more for long-term results. Prospecting is time intensive, proactive, immediate results. So say, hey, marketing is going to cost money. It's going to cost money, but not time. It's passive. And it's more for like long-term results. Prospecting, it's just the old elbow grease. It's the grit. It's the grind. It's time sensitive or intensive. Means it takes a lot of your time. But to take a lot of time to be proactive, but immediate results. So if I go post a social media flyer, or I go drop 25 flyers on a car's windshield or a house's door, I have no idea if someone's going to call me or not. I can't control that. But if I go knock on 100 doors, I'll probably talk to 10 people, and I will probably get an appointment. They say about every 100 people that you talk to, 7 of them have a real estate need. All 7 of them are going to say, yeah, I'm ready to meet with you right now. That's like the conversions come in. You knock on 100 doors, you get about probably 10 contacts, and there'll be about 7 of them in there that do have a real estate need. Well, actually, probably get more than 10 contacts. I think 10 is the worst. You'll probably get anywhere from 10 to 30. I've had real heavy days on door knocking. But 7 of them are going to have real estate need. And then you'll go, if you're good enough, you got good enough skills and scripts, you'll set up on number 1 of them.
Yesterday, I was going around, I was door knocking, I think I door knocked probably about 30 doors yesterday. I probably got,
Dang.
probably about,
Here's the numbers, guys.
probably about,
So you knocked on 30 doors.
yeah,
Okay?
probably got about, 4-ish.
4 people that answered the door
4 people that need the need. 4 people that,
that had a real estate need. How many people answered the door? How many people did you talk to?
out of the 30, I'd probably say the few that probably weren't home, probably about 7 homes probably weren't home.
Okay.
But the people I did
So,
talk to, they were pretty.
37 and 4.
Yeah.
You knocked on 30 doors,
Uh-huh.
talked to 7 people, and 4 of them have a real estate need.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. It's actually really good. Yeah. So, did you get an appointment?
I didn't get an appointment, but hopefully they'll come to the open house tomorrow. They said they'll come to the open house tomorrow.
So that's gonna be your scripts. Yes?
Is there a database that you could possibly refer us to actually put those numbers in? I think that's one thing that I really struggle with, because I'll pass out cards and stuff, but.
Oh, to know how many people to talk to?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's command.
Command does have it, huh?
Mm-hmm. Command does everything.
Okay,
Talk to Mondo.
okay, got you.
By the way, guys, what kind of skills do you think marketing builds? Think about that, right?
Relationship.
Possibly. What kind of skills do you think you get by prospecting? I can go through a list of them. Discipline, grit, grind, communication skills, accountability. So which one do you think will grow faster, marketing or prospecting?
Prospecting.
We call marketing lay and pray. It's the worst kind of lead generation out there, I think. You can really control your business when you do prospecting. Right? So remember when I was telling Tyler the numbers? About every 100 people or 100 doors you knock on, you might talk to 10 out of the 10. There might be 7 people that have a real estate need. And if so, you might get 1 appointment out of it. Now, do you feel like there's someone in there that you could get an appointment with?
Yeah.
What do you think was the gap between meeting them and getting the appointment?
Between meeting and getting the appointment?
Yep. What kept you from getting the appointment?
I felt like I didn't want to put too much on them. I
Yeah.
felt like them already being willing to like show up to my own house was probably enough where I would make that move to happen. I guess you can call it a limiting belief. I didn't want to
Yes.
like,
Good
just
job.
throw up on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't want to put too much, maybe on purpose, the other way.
Like they said they'll do this, you know, they follow through, then that's when I would make my next step, and that getting to that consultation point.
Definitely. Okay, so you didn't want to overstep your boundaries, right? Okay, perfect. Let's role play. Let's role play the conversation and where you ended. So, what's your name?
One of the names was Sean.
Sean?
Sean, yeah.
Sean, okay. And so, you're Sean.
Okay.
So, hey Sean, it was so awesome talking to you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the open house. Do you want a private tour at 11 o'clock before all the neighbors come in?
Yeah, sure. I live right across the street.
But if you didn't, tell me that, no, that's too much, I'm not ready for that, you're feared. Because that's what you're worried they're going to say, right?
Yeah.
So give that to me.
Okay. How did you, like, you asking me, like,
You need to be Sean, because you said I didn't want to ask because I thought Sean would respond this way. So how would Sean respond? What's your fear?
Nah, man, you know, I'm busy tomorrow. I don't want to, maybe another time.
Ah, gosh. Okay. Hey, man, it sounds to me like it's a big step for you or a big decision. Is that right?
Yeah, I just don't really have too much time, you know, to see houses and whatnot, but it was nice talking to you.
Yeah. Now, hey, you can call me anytime. Here's my business card, right? And my goal as a real estate agent or a source of real estate for you is to make things super easy and make sure you have all the information that you need. Okay? So in the meantime, while you're kind of just looking around, what kind of information can I help you with? What kind of information can I help you with?
Can you give me some information on the market right now?
Yeah.
Is it going down? Is it going up? What's the market look like?
Oh, perfect.
Are houses going to go down in price? How's that going to look?
Okay, so what you want to know is how's the market? Are we going to go down in price? Is it going to crash? Okay, perfect. So tell you what, Tyler, what I can do is I actually have this really cool home buying strategy packet, and in there I actually have statistics that explains what kind of market we're in, and then we can actually sit down and discuss what your future looks like to make sure the market is going to match your future plans. Now, if I could do that, would you be willing to talk to me about that or have a conversation around it?
Yeah, I'd be more inclined to talk about that.
Perfect. So tell you what, let's meet back. What I'll do is before the open house, I'll stop by your house an hour before, drop off the package, and answer your questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll be home before you.
Huh?
Time.
Yeah, he even was like, yeah, when you put it that way. So I used a number of skills and strategies. Juan, what strategies did you see I'm using in that conversation? Was I using reverse questions?
Reverse questions.
Hey, what information can I get for you? Do you guys know why I asked that?
Gives you like a window to meet with him. Like
Yes.
to have a face to face.
It's creating an opportunity. I want to find out what your problem is.
It's like an open-ended question too. You can't just.
Yeah, you can't just say yes or no to it.
Yeah.
Good observation. I'm forcing you to think, and then you're giving me the information that you need. How do I become valuable? How do I get people to want me? Right? You provide value. So I just asked you, hey, how can I be valuable? I just asked it in a different way. Hey, how can I help you out? What kind of information can I get? Oh man, interest rates, this and that. Oh, perfect. So if I can get you the interest rates, and I can show you that we're in a good market, and you can buy an opportunity, are you willing to talk to me about it? And now you're like, oh, that was my problem. If I get information on rates, and this guy can actually show me what the market's doing, then that solves my problem. Makes it easy for me to close. So the thing is this. Remember, we started in the beginning, your fear was, I don't want to bug them, I don't want to waste their time, I don't want to push them away. And then my affirmation was, I just haven't provided enough value yet to get them to say yes. Right? Any thoughts or questions on that role play? Observations? Thanks, Mondo. You got to come back in and let me know.
Perfect, thank you.
It was very non-threatening.
Very non-threatening? Does that feel non-threatening?
Yeah.
Not invasive? Invasive?
You were not pushy.
No pushy? Okay. All right, guys. Let's go to this page here. Relationship management.
5.7.
5.7. Okay, guys, so a database is a container that holds the information of your leads and contacts. Remember, it's your Rolodex. That's where you store all of the information. If you even begin the step to becoming an extraordinary, I'm going to say person, because to become a producer in this business, it's a lifestyle. It's not you show up this way in business and you're a different way in personal life. It's a lifestyle. So if you start to take the step to becoming an extraordinary or top producing agent, the first thing you do is you start to put people into your database. That's step one. Put them into the database. While you're putting them in there, call them. Now what happens is this, is you'll have a database and a smart database. The difference is a database is a list of name and number that's just rotting there. There is nothing that's cultivating it or touching them. When I say cultivate and I say touch, it means that they're seeing something or hearing something from me and my team. That's cultivating, right? So can I go through and call everyone every day? Yes. Is that going to be time intensive?
Yes.
Absolutely. Can I put some things in place that are automatic, that save me time?
Yes. Yeah. Smart.
What do those look like? Well, Claire said smart plan. What forms of communication? Call, how else? Text,
Send an email.
email,
Mailer, social media.
mailer, social media. There's 4 of them right there. Can you stop by their house if you have their address?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so what ends up happening is a smart database will take all of those things that you just talked about and lay it out in a plan over a certain amount of time. Some of it's going to be automated, and some of it is going to be automated, some of it's going to be proactive, meaning you have to do it. Text messages can be automated. Most of ours are automated, but we still send text sometimes. We do video text now. When our ISA sets up appointments for us, he sends out a group chat, goes, hey, it's Luis, so excited to meet with you. I just included my buyer specialist, Nicholas Carrillo, in this text. We look forward to serving you. And then it gets out his phone and goes, hey, it's Nick, Keller Williams. Keller Williams, I look forward to meeting you.
That's good.
And that's it, right, Nick?
Yeah.
We don't let Juan do it because he scares people. No, he's actually probably the most consistent one, to be honest with you. So, including me, he does it better than I do. So that's what a smart database is you have those things put in there where it's operating either automatically, but it's a system, it's recurable. You do it so much, it's the same thing over and over again. Okay. We're going to talk about leads and contacts. Okay? And in the past, everyone was just a lead. And by the way, people nowadays, they say, hey, replace the word lead with people. Right? But in this case, we're talking about leads. Leads are people who have earned the right to at least have a one-way conversation with. What do you think that looks like?
Somebody that calls and asks for information.
Yep.
on a particular.
Yeah. You got a voicemail? Hey, I was at your house on 123 Main Street. I got a question. Right? That's a one-way communication, right? That's not two-way yet. We haven't called them back and had a two-way conversation. That's one way. What's another one?
Like a referral?
Oh, yeah, a referral. Yeah. Someone calls Nick or Ruben. You know, Ruben, you get that guy calls you, leaves a voicemail. That's one way. What about paper Zillow leads? Zillow lead comes in, one way. Right? So a lead is someone that is, they come in only one direction, but you actually haven't talked to them yet and had a two-way conversation. That is going to be a contact. Contact is you've actually talked to the person, had a two-way conversation, whom you've established a value-based relationship. So not always are we making contacts and saying, hey, you want to buy or sell? You want to buy or sell? Sometimes we're calling vendors. We're saying, hey, look, I'm a local realtor. I'm looking for people to partner up with, or I have a I have a client that I need to refer to you. Is it okay if I drop off some of my business cards because I'd love to come meet you and maybe establish a referral to referral business? That's a contact now. So what are some examples of leads in your guys' life? Or some sources where you can find leads? Leads.
Well, you go to supermarket or to a department store. I got a listing from a lady that worked at JC Penney once, and I was checking around.
Go to the store, go to the supermarket, talk to people at the gym. What about your social media? Open house? Go knock on neighborhoods?
The different places that you might go, like for example, I go to Pasadena Media, so I see a lot of people in the
Yep.
streets.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You post on, for example, a story, and you start getting people to come and view it. What I do is I just go back and click on it and say, oh, hi, thank you for checking in, blah, 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 here.
Yes.
And sometimes, and they'll answer back, so now I know.
Okay guys, so remember, step one is feed the database. That's through prospecting and marketing. And then the next step is when you prospect and market, now you have to do relationship management. You notice that's the biggest one? Right? And this is the part you're not doing. Not yet. Does that make sense? Now, not the level that you want. You're doing something. But this is right one, this is where most of the work's at.
Yeah.
Most of your day is this, right? And so what's happening is we're taking leads into contacts. Like Juan, what do you think most of your leads are coming from right now? Zillow and what you have in the database?
Yeah, Zillow, SOI, and
Luis.
yeah, Luis.
Luis is our ISA. So Juan is getting leads from Zillow, from the team, his sphere of influence, and then we have a person that makes phone calls to our database, his name's Luis. So he's got 3 lead sources that are bringing in leads. Now when those leads come in, Juan, so if Luis sets up a listing appointment for you Sunday, right? Do you just show up Sunday? Ta-da!
No, they probably forget that I was supposed to go. So we have a group chat where Luis puts me in there and then I respond. Hey, it's Juan Fernandez. It's a pleasure speaking with you. I look forward to our appointment Sunday at 12. And then I send my business card and then a video, a quick video just showing the excitement of us meeting on Sunday.
Do they miss that appointment sometimes?
They do.
You gotta circle back around to them?
Yes.
How do you remember that?
Put it on my calendar.
What else?
Put it on my database. Yeah. Command.
Opportunities, right?
Opportunities.
And so, but once you make contact with them, is there someone that you haven't met yet but you got a really good relationship with?
I can think of a couple.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now you're strengthening that relationship. And then the last part, guys, step 3 is cultivate contacts for conversion. How often, Juan, do you think an appointment is set and from there you get the agreement and then we start moving forward with selling or buying? How often does that happen? 10%? 20%? 30% of the time?
I think it's 40.
40%? About
yeah.
half of them?
Yeah.
So the other half, we would say you have to continue to cultivate for conversion.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, when they sign an agreement, does that mean they go under contract?
No.
You still have to cultivate that.
Yes.
What's that look like?
Well, if it's a seller and you're going to list a property next month, try to find ways to help them out. Like, I have a seller right now that's moving out to Texas, so I'm like, hey, you need boxes, and she's doing a estate sale. I'm like, oh, let me know when you're going to do it. That way I can post it on my social media and help you get traffic there. So just finding different ways how to help them. And then I also got into contact with the city that they're looking in Texas. She said she doesn't want to start looking yet, but that gave me another reason to call her.
So once literally, he's finding what she needs help with and he's helping her with it. And he's using those as the reasons to reach out to her. Is that pretty smart?
He's looking ahead. He doesn't wait until the time comes. He's getting himself ready.
He
wasn't communication from then to there.
So
And
if
I'm
they
like,
stay
"Well,
cold."
yeah, I need to change that. So sure enough, moving from there on forward, I changed how I talk to them, what I talk to them, and how often I talk to them. So yeah, you don't want to lose that momentum that you built.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's at the end of the day just a call or text message.
Eduardo, what's that say right there?
Interactive and need-based offerings.
Interactive and need-based offerings. Does that sound like what Juan's doing? Yeah. He's interacting with them. He knows what their needs are. And he's using those as offers. That's his base to his offering. Hey, you're moving? I got boxes. You're going to Texas? I got homies over there. We do. We have KWs, like it's easy to refer people. We use that as our service, our value proposition. Where are you going? Part of what I do for my clients is I go interview agents for you in the area that you want, looking for what you're looking for, and I find agents that specialize that, and I interview them. I weed out the crappy ones. And I go, by the way, I'll call at least 5. They weed themselves out. Only maybe 2 of them might call me back. Now, could you imagine you make 5 calls, how much time that's going to make? And then you get a hold of these 2 people, what questions you're going to ask? How can you trust? I'll do that for you. I'll make it easy. That's what Juan's saying. All right. Does that all make sense? You missed the goods. You missed the goods. Juan just laid it out. So here at the bottom. So, again, bring it into your database. We manage the relationship. That's most of the time. And we do this. You can do this here, here, and here. But you do interactive and needs-based offerings. Interactive things. What are things that we can do to work together? Like, can I call you? Can I text you? Email? Meet in person? Need-based, meaning that it's something that they need. So Juan had a seller who was moving out of state to Texas, who was having an estate sale, and so Juan said, let me know when you're moving, I can bring boxes. Self-discovery right there. He also said, hey, when you do the estate sale, let me know so I can post it on my social media. Oh, right. And then he also said, hey, look, I can help you move to Texas. I'll go interview agents for you. Where are you looking? Right? So that's the needs-based offerings. What are some other needs-based offerings that we can do?
If a seller needs any services like repairs or anything.
Yep, vendor list.
Moving services.
Moving services. We have a moving company here that'll give you a discount because they're one of our preferred clients. They're on the cabinet over here, QMS or something like that. His name's David. Yeah. They do free estimates. They'll give 20% discount. Don't hold them to that. Check with David. And they'll give you boxes. Okay, guys. Do you have this in your? Yep. So let's see. With what Juan described, he's doing face-to-face because he's saying, "Hey, I'll come see you and drop off boxes." He is doing phone calls because he's texting to them. Social media is not up here, but social media should be up there. But here's ways you can communicate with them: make a phone call, email, text message, face-to-face, Keller Williams app, handwritten communication. If you really want to impact someone, especially sellers, write them a handwritten note. That so sticks out nowadays. If you get a piece of mail, I don't know about you guys get junk mail? I get it all the time. Leadership was always sending me the deals. And so, I'm like, oh God, garbage. Then I'm like, whoa, handwritten. You guys stop with the handwritten stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
It still sticks out. Your database will generate leads in the form of new, repeat, and referral business. So we have the funnel. And it's like, bam, you close, and then back up to the top. You guys see that loop? After it closes, does it end there? No. Do you still nurture that lead?
Yeah.
Yep. If it's husband and wife, do you call them both or just one of them? Both. You call them both unless one of them tells you not to call them anymore. I made that mistake. raffle tickets off before. Oh, yeah, there it is. I'm going to show you some pictures of it. The 360 machine was, if you guys do an event, get a 360 machine. They're probably a couple $100. People love them. So we do events, we do raffles. What else have we done, guys? Have we done any kind of Popeyes? I don't think we've done Popeyes. We've raffled off Clipper tickets.
Yeah, I remember that.
We've done events. We've done home buyer seminars.
Oh, yeah, right.
We just call them, honestly. The biggest thing for us is we answer our phone. They call us, they have a need. It's usually like, hey, I got this piece of paper, or hey, I have a friend. And we answer the phone. It never ends. Is best when time blocks determines the size of your business. So lead generation never ends. It's best when it's time blocked. You guys know what that means? Time blocking? You guys went over that in Ignite session 1, I think. Time blocking. Is anyone wondering when is the best time to lead generate?
What would you say? I've heard,
When you'll do it. So there's some honesty to this, right? So here's my recommendation. Do it first thing in the morning. Right? Miracle Morning taught me this. What I've learned, and you ask yourself, is as the day goes on, it gets harder and harder for me to say yes to doing things. You know, we all have these different kinds of zones of when we work best. I work best in the mornings. So I get stuff done in the mornings. And so our lead generation schedule looks like it'll start anywhere from 8 and end until about 12. And we leave our afternoon appointments. Most of us lead generate from 9 to 12. You want to do at least 3 hours, 3 to 5 hours, depending on your business. So I do it in the morning, but it's when you're going to do it, right? Don't put down in the morning if you're not going to do it. And the more you lead generate will determine the size of your business. The more you lead generate will determine the size of your business. So that's it for that one, guys. Well, what are some ahas?
If you don't lead generate, you don't have a business.
If you don't lead generate, you don't have a business.
Staying in front of your clients, don't, like what Juan was saying, don't leave the time in between, you know, when you first contact them to check in. Because I've had times where people have slipped through the cracks and they're like, oh, I already bought.
Nah.
Or I'm already working with someone else. And it's like,
Yeah, they bought with Juan.
yeah.
Juan was falling up with them.
But
So
yeah,
stay in front of them.
stay in front of them, for sure, yeah.
And in your database, if you don't do it consistently, I have found that almost recently, that there were 2 people that I had in my database who just happened to close like a month ago.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Yeah.
Well, let's implement what we're learning and then it won't happen again. All right, guys, so next we're going to talk about your sphere of influence. Oh, look at that. We got people at the home garden, the neighborhood garden. We got working out here. I'm definitely not there. We got neighbors over the fence. I'm more in here. This is more me. And then we got people
Painting? What's that?
make grace resources. The people who are homeless, or the less fortunate. This is Cindy and Patty. They're just by. I don't know what they're doing there. Neighbors maybe?
Yeah, neighbors.
Neighbors.
Yeah, Popeye?
Kids.
Kids, parents at the park, right?
Oh, yeah.
Community stuff.
Yeah.
Coffee shop. Barista. Doctor.
Yeah.
Are these people who part of your sphere of influence?
Yeah.
They are. They are your sphere of influence.
We're forgetting one huge one.
What's that?
Church.
Yes?
Yeah, it's right there. My gosh. It's huge.
Okay. So now let's expand our sphere of influence. Immediate families in there. Friends, relatives, neighbors, past co-workers, hobbies, sports groups, teachers, worship club, I think that's what you're talking about, volunteer, professional services, financial or legal services, personal, home and auto, real estate agents. Can real estate agents be in your sphere of influence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number one lead source is real estate agents. Real estate services and other. Does any of these resources stand out to anyone?
Immediate family and friends, I think that's the closest one. Relatives.
Immediate family, yep. What are professional services?
Electricians, plumbers.
Yeah.
Carpenter.
Like carpenter. What about dog trainer? What about a doctor?
Yeah.
What about a mechanic? What about a transmission guy? Transmissions are expensive. You better get a good transmission guy. AC guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about financial and legal services? What do those look like? Lenders? An attorney? Accountant?
Yeah.
What about the bank teller?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What are personal services? Personal services. What are those?
Facial.
Trainer? Facial? Nails? Yeah, I got nails, hair, massage, trainer, babysitter. Yup. What about real estate services? Ooh. Escrow, inspectors, photographer, appraiser, lender. Could your business benefit them? If you build a good enough relationship with them, will they give you a business in return? Good chance. All right, guys. So that's categorizing your sphere of influence, right? If there's a spot in your manual, I'm hoping that you were doing it while we're going through there. But write down some of those vendors. What we used to do, we still do this, but we used to call it the A to Z method. We would just get. This is back when we had yellow pages. Alexa, I know you're too young to remember that. You never seen a yellow page, huh? No. Oh my God. It used to be a big, thick book. I can go find JD Mora. But what we do is there's two sections, right? There was the yellow pages and then the white pages. The yellow pages was residential, and the white pages was businesses. And so we would just start from A and go all the way to Z, and we would pick one business from each category. So A would be like auto mechanic, auto dealer. Yeah, and then we'd be like, hey, can I drop off some business cards? I got people that want to buy cars when they buy houses. They kind of do that at the same time. I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. Can I drop off my card today? Yeah. Nowadays, I think you can just go online and do it. Honestly, like, again, I'm like anti-social media, but I know this, the easiest thing to get you guys to go look at your followers and see who has a business page. Like, hey, cup of coffee on me, let's meet. And if you can, just get a group of them. Like Juan, he consistently talks to vendors. I mean, he set up lunch for you guys on Tuesday. So guys, here's the activity. We want you to categorize your sphere of influence. Okay, they don't have to be put in just professionals. You can put, hey, this is my church. This is my parent-teacher organization. This is my bike riding group. This is my gun club. That's mine. I have an Instagram page. Well, I don't have it. One of my clients created it. His name is Albert, the one I was just telling you about. He created an Instagram group called AV Shooters, and there's like, I don't know, maybe like 50 of us in there now. And we just send gun memes and hate deals and stuff like that. Anyone want to go shooting today? Yeah, I actually did a shooting event up in Roseman. We went to the mountains over by your house. We went to the mountains. And my buddy Albert, he's a caterer. We got there at 10 o'clock, and when we got there, he had everything set up. So he was already cooking by the time we got there. He had a tent and everything. So we got there, we didn't start shooting for an hour. Everyone was just sitting there eating food. And he did it for free. He did it as a favor. He just really likes me and us. And then we went shooting. Blew up a whole bunch of pumpkins that day. Yep. And then I've also done where we went shooting down at a gun range. And afterwards I had Albert Taco Guy at my house. Then I got a keg, paid him to feed like 100 people. We had a whole bunch of food left over. Had a bonfire at the end of the night. So categorize your sphere. That one's categorized as AV shooters. It could be AV nail girls. I don't know. Build your SOI day by day. Do it every day. Here's a bold law for you guys. Change the way to look at things, and the things you look at change. What are some things that has changed our viewpoint today?
Those numbers.
Oh yeah. It's out there, right? Is the money out there? Is the business out there?
Yes.
I think it's one of the hardest things to learn.
It is.
Sitting here trying to. I've been there, guys. I was at Century 21 at the front desk, and the repo guy came to repo my BMW. Yup. He was like, "Is Jose Mora here?" I said, "No, sir, he's not." Like, shit, that's what. He goes, "I'm here to pick up the car," and I go, "Shit, man, that's me." And he goes, and I go, "It's not here." I lied. "It's not here. It's somewhere down LA. Get fixed." He goes, "Okay, well, just know, man, they're looking for it." I've been there. And I wish someone would have showed me this stuff because I was sitting there struggling to pay my bills. I'm at the front door knowing that it's not going to open up because I haven't paid my gas fees. Right? I've been there. But I didn't do these exercises. I was sitting there being a victim like, "Oh, dude, this industry's hard. I'm not going to make it. Been trying it for a couple of years." The entire time I had a sphere of influence sitting there. So that was my perspective. When I started doing these exercises, I was like, dude, opportunities all over the place. What else changed? Well, guys, it sounds like you need to take the next class after tonight, which will be in October. We have a class called BOLD, that stands for Business Objective Life by Design. It was created by Diana Kokoska. She created Matt's coaching, or helped create it. One of the OGs with Keller Williams has had real estate offices, expansion teams, super mega successful. She does a lot with Matt's coaching. She created the class. It's a mindset class. Her brother got diagnosed with, I believe it was brain cancer, and so she got heavily obsessed with studying the brain. And she learned something, and this is true, you can Google it. In our brain, we have something that's called the RAS. R-A-S. Reticular Activator System. And this is the part of your brain, I think is where she said your subconscious and your conscious, your awareness, connect. And so here's an example. She goes, "Have you ever bought a car? You want to buy a car here?"
Yes.
When you bought that car, you start to see more of it.
Yeah.
Is it that they created more?
No.
They didn't create more just because Nick bought a new Acura, right? They've been there. Your RAS, your reticular activator system, is aware of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So think about it. When you say, "I'm having a hard time, this industry is tough, I don't know what to do," what do you think your RAS is picking up on? It's hard, I don't know what to do, I'm broke. Right? What if you started to say, "I'm a money magnet. Money flows through me." Right? Life is full of abundance and opportunities. You start to think that way, your RAS picks up on it. And then what ends up happening is you start to say these things. I literally was walking down the hallway one day and I was like, "I'm a money magnet." Literally said that. And then Jason comes around the corner and he goes, "Hey, JD, you got someone in the front that wants to sell their house." What I found is what happens is you start to take advantage of the things and the actions that you're supposed to do to get the thing that you want. When I start to put it in front of me every day, I'm like, I need to call that person. There's that note. But if I don't have that on my mind, I'm like, it's hard, it's tough, I walk past that note and I never see it. But the answer has always been there. That's how the RAS works. You'll learn that in BOLD. So can I get a yes to everyone going to BOLD?
Yes!
I think it's coming October 16th, but we'll get the dates
All
for it.
right there.
Oh, right here,
October 9th.
October 9th.
October 9th. Hilton Garden Inn. The first session is all about mindset. All right, guys, what are some ahas? We need at least one. All right, let's go to...
People on Zoom.
Yeah, there's people on Zoom. There's one. Let's see. Let's do... So remember, we talked about having detailed information It's saying that again. Make sure you're getting all the information you can, so you have more leverage to reach out and talk to them. Favorite colors, family status, kids, birthdays, hobbies. A lot of people are like, well, how do I find out that information? Just ask. This is what I would recommend you do. If you don't have anyone in your database, or you do, start to go through the list. If you don't have anyone, think of your top 10 and put them in there one by one into your database, but you're going to call them and get their birthday. And let them know, hey, look, I want to send you a birthday card. When's your birthday? You can also expand your SOI through casual connections. They have these people at a soccer meet. What are some other casual connections? Gym. School. Monday night bites.
Oh yeah.
Farmer's market on Thursday at the Boulevard. We rented Albert and did tacos. We had a lender pay for tacos, and we literally went out and gave out free tacos. Remember, Juan? Nick,
Oh,
were you-
yeah,
were you with
I
us?
couldn't make that one. I couldn't make
We
that.
don't want people come, huh?
Yeah, that one, we couldn't eat them because we were doing 75.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, we were
horrible.
doing a diet, and we couldn't eat the tacos.
Oh,
Yeah, so we were giving out tacos.
Yeah.
Join groups that people will connect you with, similar interests. Mine is, the shooting club, maybe shooters. What are some other ones? Some groups.
Car club. I don't know.
Yeah.
Car club, church. Yeah. Facebook groups. You guys see those Facebook groups? Jennifer Quartz. She used to be with us. I think she's at VIP now. But she during COVID, she created this thing called, I think it was called Sisterhood. And what they did is they did blessing baskets. So they would do like bath bombs and like chocolates and stuff. Because they're like, hey moms, we know you're at home with the kid. Remember COVID lockdown? Here, splurge yourself a little bottle of wine. It grew to like 3,000 people. And everyone was like, every day they were sending pictures, because the deal was you would do the blessing bag and drop it off, and the person that got it would post a picture. They'd have to go do a blessing basket too. Referrals, ask for referrals. Don't ever tell anyone, remember I told you the two worst things most people can have is social media and business card? Don't ever say, hey, since your cousin wants to buy a house, here's my card. Matter of fact, don't even carry cards. If you haven't got one, don't get them. Ask for their number. Hey, look, that's my job. That, oftentimes what happens is they never call me, and then you're, taking time to try to get us connected. I want to save you time and money. Here's a Starbucks gift card. Let your cousin know that I'm going to be calling them. I'll call them once. If they say not to call anymore, I won't. Is it okay if I let them know that I have a number from you? Oh, here's some scripts. So this is for your sphere. I am building my business on people I know and the people they know. Do you know of anyone from family or friends, work, your neighborhood, or a group you belong to that's thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate? I'd love to be a resource for them. If you hear of someone with a real estate need, will you keep me in mind and let me know right away? Some scripts there for you. Another way to put this one is, hey, I have a personal goal to help 50 people get into a house this year. Who do you know that could be one of them? Or I have a goal to put 5 more people or 1 more person into a house before the end of the year. All right, any ahas on expanding your SOI? We're going a little over on time, guys. We'll be done in the next 10 minutes. Just do it. Tyler, what you got?
It's really just a matter of just talking, and people are literally everywhere. It's just a matter of how much you want. It's a matter of, just like I said, just doing it.
It's a matter of your fear of failure being greater than the fear of degeneration. And what could the failure be? It's different for everyone. Yeah. Don't forget that. We all joined this to do something. If you don't do this, you're not going to get that. All right. Best practices for lead generation. Track your lead sources. So at the end of every year, what I like to do is go back and look at all my closings and find out where they came from. Was that an expired? Was that a Zillow? Was that a for sale by owner? Juan has 5 escrows right now. 3 of them are from Zillow. Do you think it's a good idea to know where they came from? Yeah, because then you can double down on that lead source. Audit your lead sources. So again, be aware which one's working, which one's not working. Diversify your database. Don't have your database dependent on just one lead source. We always tell our all-stars and agents we work with, hey, don't just depend on Zillow. Don't make Zillow the number one thing. Be consistent. Be consistent.
You're not doing the lead gen portion yet, right?
No, not yet. Okay, will do. Be consistent. Ruben, what have you noticed with consistency?
I've gotten better at communicating with people.
Okay.
Yeah, practicing scripts.
Practicing scripts? Cool. Oh, yeah, you can consistent with practicing scripts. Time block your lead gen. So, time block for mindset. Prepare. Get ready for your lead gen. Practice. Have a call list. Get it ready. Have it all ready. And then take action. So get your mind in the right place. Do your script practice. And then right after script practice, go call. The reason we do our calls in the morning, part of it is we do our script practice. We do script practice right before we go make our calls. Kind of warms us up. Maintain. Stay in that database and follow up with people. Ooh, battle distractions. So let's talk about this for a second. Number one, build a bunker. What's that look like? What's that sound like to you guys?
Eliminate.
Hunker down. Hunker down. Don't let those things come in. For some of us have like significant others, right? And they might have. You might have already done it. In one of the sessions, they have you do a significant other / spouse letter. No? Man, that might have been the OG one. And back in the day, you used to have to write a letter to your friends or family, whoever. I don't think it's your biggest distraction, but it interrupts your lead generation.
Well, they can help you.
Huh?
They can help you at that time.
Or they can help you.
Yeah, they do too.
Yeah, so they're saying, hey, look, I'm gonna be building our life that we want during these times. Don't bother me. Don't call me unless you're bleeding, dying, or you got a referral.
So funny.
But you gotta build a bunker around it. So it really does look like, Juan, what's a bunker look like to you? It's a mental battle, isn't it?
Yeah, mostly, I mean, you have so many distractions. Put your phone on do not disturb for everything else, and then just either do calls or whatever it is that you're going to do. Typically calls. Do not disturb because you get a bunch of texts, notifications from Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah.
So just stay at where you're at. Office,
Yeah.
home, wherever you're at, and just
Stay in
at
one
least
spot.
for 45 minutes, yeah.
We do 45 minutes. So our hour of lead gen, we're on at 45 minutes. And we are dodging darts of distraction. Get back to the call. Literally. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, that was a good call. And Crystal will do this kind of stuff. Right, Juan? We'll have a good call. We're all pumped. And we'll go step out and she'll be like, no, get back to your calls. Get back to your calls. I'm like, shoot. Okay. Hunker back down. 15 more minutes. So having a spot where it's a dedicated lead gen. I like to separate home from business. When I'm home, I'm home. Business is business. Store provisions. Better get your MREs or MREs ready. Ready to eat meals? REMs? With provisions is supplies. So make sure you have your paper. Make sure you have paper clips, pens, pencils, things you might need to accomplish your lead gen. Food, water. Make sure you have your coffee. I've been there. Get my lead gen started. I'm like, oh, you know what I need? I really need coffee. That's what I need. And I go there. And I'm like, hey, what's up, Juan? Sitting there having a conversation. I got coffee, and I go back. Guess what? It's 11:15. I've lost a half hour. 15 minutes. I got a half because I do it till 11:45. We'll kill time easily. Sweep for minds. Minds are anything that can take you out of distraction. So let's say you got a client, like mine is, a lot of times it's like, oh no, I got a client that I got to update. Let me check in with them now so I don't blow my phone up when I'm doing my lead gen. Enlist support. Who can help you? Any ahas there? Okay, guys. That's it for this class. Let's kind of do a quick recap. How has your thinking changed? What ideas or mindsets were new? Tyler.
I wouldn't really say it's like new, but it's kind of something I talk to you. It's just a way of how you deliver your lines. It's just a matter of script practice.
Oh!
Yeah.
So, you're going to start practicing scripts? Remember, guys, you don't got to go to a script practice to do it. You can just find something to do it with. So, guys know what you're saying? What else? Yes, James.
No, I was saying, well, the training that we have, things we do is negative positive is in your subconscious mind. It's positive, you start acting positive. You change your mindset.
Yeah.
Get with people with similar mind.
Yeah.
All right, and you grow and feed from one another.
Yeah.
Especially for those who are more successful than you. You emanate them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. You hear this all, Tony Robbins says it, Eric Thomas, all these motivational, all the successful, they say before you can be, and even the MREA, before you can be who you want to be, you have to start acting and thinking the way you want to be, right? So the MREA says, think a million, act a million, earn a million. Meaning, I think, what's that look like? Now you start acting it, and then you learn it. Okay, what are we going to change? What are you going to change today? Ooh, man. It is not when you think the grand scheme of things. It is not. Yeah. What's a lot is the things that I want. The life that I want for my life. That's a lot. That's the big one. So what's going to change? What are some behaviors that can be different?
Even when I'm busy, or even when I'm just like doing random things like mentally.
Not to hold yourself back just because maybe you don't know everything. Something that like really held me back was like, there were a lot of times where there was like open houses offered, like, oh, you want to do an open house, and I would hold myself back because I would be like, no, but like, oh my God, ask me something I don't know, and what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So they actually during the Ignite class, they offered me an open house, and I was like, no, I have to take it, and if I don't know something, then I'll figure it out. I'll find out what I have to find out.
Yes! Sorry, I got excited there. Yeah, that's music to my ears. Say that again. You'll what?
I'll figure it out. I'll find out.
There's a will, there's a way. So I promise you guys, you will leave here. I don't know if you feel a little bit better, if you're thinking a little different, you will leave here, and there will be a moment where you need to make a decision. Am I going to do what I said I was going to do, or am I going to continue the same habits that got me where I'm at right now? And just be a little bit better. Just be a little bit better. You don't got to make 1,000 calls or 100 calls. Make one call. And then I say make it 2 calls. Start somewhere. What tools, models? What are some things that we can use now? What's a tool that we learned today?
Smart plan?
Yeah.
Smart plans. Yes. What else? Command. Really? Command is just everything. You got your TC, you got your database, you got your referral programs in there, you got reports, goals. Okay, let me just, because I do know that, okay. Woo! Who is going to be the hero to get this done today?
Everyone.
Yeah? How are we going to let each other know? How about this, guys? Because I'm always about, how can I do things that's going to have the biggest impact? Do we all have access to the Keller Williams AV page on Facebook? We have a KW AV page on Facebook. It's a group. It's a page. Everyone, I'm pretty sure, is in it. If not, hang out afterwards. I'll show you where it's at, or I'll get Victoria to. But what if we do this? What if we, someone go and when you come, I have faith that you all can do this. Go and do this. Mark it down, and in that Facebook page, take some pictures of when you're doing the conversation. Do some selfies. When you're adding people to the database, maybe snap some screenshots. And let's add that stuff to the KWAD page and inspire everyone else to go do it. Because then I can see it, and everyone else is going to see it. Who's down to do that?
Yes,
Shauna?
yes, for sure.
Let's do it.
Yes? Juan's gonna do it? Oh, man. Okay, lead the way, guys. I'm gonna be watching. Are we gonna do it before the end of the day?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, make sure you're paying attention to the do not call list. Just make sure when you're calling people, if you get a list from someone, a title rep or a program that you purchase it from, they struggle with the do not call list. Okay, guys, so don't forget, unique value proposition, you gotta have that done. Prepare for the next session, which is grow your database. That being said, guys, thank you for your time. This class is over. We do have lead gen afterwards, so we'll probably get started around that at like 11:30. Give you guys a break. It's 11:15 now. If you want to do some lead gen stuff, be back here at 11:30. It'll be 11:30 to 12.
Cool. Thank you, JD.
Thank you, thank you. You're welcome. All right, guys. We'll find some business. Sean, you got 1.5 million waiting. All right, online. Have a good one.